how to study for pharmacotherapy examinations, what are the important topics that I should study before my exams, is it okay if I skip this, is it okay if I skip that, the subject is so overwhelming, there are so many drugs in it, what do I do? What you do is that you subscribe to Girl Up YouTube channel, you open the videos about, first you will need to see what are the important books for pharmacology, then you would need to see my video on important topics for pharmacology 3, no, pharmacology 2. Bye bye. Also, this is high yield topics that I'm giving you, high yield information, secret information that I'm giving you. And what do you owe me? You owe me to click that subscribe button. Click it right now. I want it to be clicked. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sakshi Patel, fourth year PharmD student, and today we would be discussing the important topics of PharmD third year. First of all, in this video we will be discussing the subject of pharmacology, which is favorite, very favorite of each and every PharmD student. And also I've already discussed the important topics, subject wise important topics of PharmD first year and second year, and I've also discussed the important books of PharmD first, second and third year on my channel, so kindly check them out. There are dance videos and vlogs, and there would also be some case studies now on my channel, so don't forget to check them out. Coming to pharmacology, your favorite subject and my favorite subject. So first is pharmacology of drugs acting on blood and blood forming agents, the most important chapter. Here mainly anticoagulants are very important. If you are someone who has referred to university papers, and even ours also, mine is Gujarat Technological University, so the staple question of every university asked every year is classification of anticoagulants and write a short note on warfarin or heparin. Next is thrombolytics and antiplatelet agents, hemopoietics and plasma expanders. Now hemopoietics and plasma expanders, they can come, they cannot come, but thrombolytics and antiplatelet agents are very important. There are, I think, 5 classification of them, so that is important. There is a very nice diagram, I think it is given in H.L. Sharma, so that is very important. Coming on, and also for anticoagulants, there is a 10-point difference of anticoagulant, 10-point difference between warfarin and heparin given in Schanbach, so that is very important. The side effects of anticoagulant therapy, that is bleeding, osteoporosis on long term, etc., they are very important. Again, anticoagulants as a whole is very important. If there is something that you need to learn from pharmacology of drugs acting on blood and blood forming agents, it is anticoagulants and thrombolytics and antiplatelet agents. Do this very thoroughly. Coming to pharmacology of drugs acting on renal system, antidiuretics, it is not very much important. Diuretics is very important, especially what we had is at a short note on furosemide, so that was a very, again, a very staple question, because when I was preparing for my third year PharmD exam, I'm very happy right now because I just completed a case study, my first case study. It was on ischemic stroke, so check it out, and it went really well, and my results came in for PharmD third year, which were amazing, so I'm very happy discussing this. But those in PharmD third year, I know that you have been told that PharmD third year is very hard, and I know it is, but I'm here to help you guys if you need anything. My notes for PharmD first year to third year are already there, so you can mail me at patelsakshi164@gmail.com for the same. And to all those who have ever asked me to how to study subject wise for each and every subject of PharmD third year, I've already replied you either in comments or messages on Instagram or through mails on my mail ID. So yeah, it is okay, you will get through it. Okay, diuretics is very important, furosemide is very important. What they can ask is that you might be asked to classify diuretics upon their mechanism of action, site of action, and the side effects and all. That is very important. For mechanism of action, for pharmacology, what you do is that you learn the flowcharts. Maybe I'll make another video about PharmD third year, about how to read each and every subject, because especially medchem and analysis, I know they are pharmacology is still easy, but medchem and analysis, they are way harder, way difficult than pharmacology. So I'll make another video and I'll tell you guys about how to prepare for each and every subject, because each and every subject should be dealt with, treated separately, because it is different. All right, chemotherapy, most important. There is nothing that you can skip here. So chemotherapy, everything is important. Chemotherapy of malaria, here there are different what do I say, there are different stages of malarial parasite where different drugs act. So you have to know that flow chart, you have to know all the life cycle of malarial parasite, that is female anopheles mosquito, and their ovulation stage, everything, and which kind of medication acts on blood forming, which type of medication acts on erythropoietic stage, which one acts on exoerythropoietic stage, etc. So that is very important. Tuberculosis is important. Leprosy is also important. Leprosy, yeah, we were asked a question on drugs on leprosy. Yeah, so that is important. Chemotherapy of protozoal infection, amoebiasis and giardiasis, they are okay. Yeah, they are 7 upon 10. Okay, pharmacotherapy of anthelmintic drugs, very important. Nitromedazole, how it works, very important. Okay, chemotherapy of cancer, how can you even skip that? How can you even, like, honestly, chemotherapy of cancer should have been another topic. Topic number 4 should have been chemotherapy of cancer, because I know it is very long. There are, I think, 20 drugs in cancer, more than 20 drugs actually in cancer. But yeah, you have to learn. Antibiotics used in cancer are very important. And then, but the thing is that chemotherapy, pharmacology and pharmacotherapy and medchem, so mechanism of action, side effect, and dose, now in all the three subjects you read, so it is easier because you will continuously be able to revise. For example, chemotherapy of cancer, whenever you are drawing amazing structures in medicinal chemistry of chemotherapy of cancer, or of all the cancer antibiotics and rifampicin, etc. I'm sorry, I know I should not be this happy about rifampicin, but I still remember the structure, okay? That is how many times I had drawn to remember. But honestly, rifampicin structure, though I know it is of half page literally, but it was very easy, okay? Like, yeah, I remember it still. Alright. So yeah, you will mainly get to revise that way, and that will be a best way to revise whenever you're studying pharmacotherapy. Sorry, pharmacology. You will study chemotherapy of cancer. What you can do is that, once first of all you study pharmacotherapeutics, then you study pharmacology. So what will happen is that therapeutics, PT, it is an easier subject for us, right? Most of you would prefer pharmacotherapeutics over medicinal chemistry and over pharmacology for sure. So start with the easier subject. I've told in one of my videos that how you should do selection of chapters, which is very important. I'll link it somewhere here. So start with pharmacotherapy of cancer and then come to pharmacology. Here you will understand the mechanism of action and the side effect, etc. And then you go to medicinal chemistry. So the only thing left for medicinal chemistry would be the structure and the mechanism of action with the structure. So that is it. Antiviral agents are very important, especially they can ask about there is treatment regimen for antiviral therapy. It is given at the last, so that is very important. Also for malaria, there are tables given in Schonberg and also in my notes about what are the preventive medications given for malaria. For example, if there is a traveler who is coming to India, or if there is a traveler who wants to travel to Africa, so what are the preventive medications that would be given to him or her against malaria, against amoebiasis, tuberculosis, leprosy, etc. So that is very important. Quinolones and fluoroquinolones are very important. It can come as describe the agents which are used in UTI treatment. So that is important. Macrolides aminoglycoside structures are very good, I know. So macrolides aminoglycosides are very important. And again, tetracycline, it is another staple question. Tetracycline is very good actually, it is a broad spectrum antibiotic. Tetracycline, chloramphenicol. Coming to cephalosporin, now cephalosporin, all the generations are very important. Which generation is used for which kind of disease is very important there, especially, what do you call it? How could I forget? Like, it's antimicrobial spectrum. That is very important, especially for cephalosporins. For all the 4 generations, what are the antimicrobial spectrums for cephalosporins? Also, there are miscellaneous drugs. It is not given in the syllabus, but they can be asked, such as vancomycin. It can be asked. Okay, coming to pharmacology of immunosuppressants and stimulants. इसमें दो टेबल दिए हैं शानबाग में. So those tables are very important. For immunosuppressants and stimulants, it is very easy and it can come. It is a four. So one question of immunosuppressants and stimulants will come. We had a question on immunosuppressants which I attempted, which was really well. It is really very easy. Immunosuppressants and stimulants are way easier if you have completed pharmacotherapy. Sorry, if you have completed chemotherapy. So yeah, principles of animal toxicology. This is also very easy. Acute is different. Subacute and chronic toxicity are next to same, but you know, at last there are reports given of what all things should be, what are factors, or what all, you know, investigation should be mentioned in your report. So that is common for acute, subacute and chronic toxicity to some length. For chronic toxicity you can have others such as type of neoplasm developed, a type of cancer developed, etc., but in acute you won't have that. So that is the only difference. And there is also difference about the process is obviously different, and the selection of animals is different for, but it is very important. इस पे क्वेश्चन आता है, it is 6 weightage. Like come on, I told you immunosuppressants and stimulants can come and it has 4 hours of weightage. Now coming to animal toxicology, it literally has 6 hours of weightage. So this question will surely come. Okay, coming to dynamic cell, the structure and functions and components of cell. This is okay. Macromolecules can come, cell and its macromolecules. Let a short note on macromolecules here. Large macromolecular assemblies and etc. Chromosome is very important. Pro and eukaryotic structure. The difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic chromosomes is very important. Coming to chromatin structure, genome complexity. Chromatin structure is again very, chromosome structure. Remember the diagram and remember all the, you know, what the labeling of the diagram. What are the important function of what is the important function and location. Write it separately. First draw the diagram of chromosome structure, label it, and then whatever you have labeled. For centromere, kinetochore, so what is centromere, what is telosite, what is satellite, what is kinetochore, what is matrix, everything you have to write it. Whatever flowchart you draw, whatever diagram you draw, explain it again. Okay, then comes DNA replication, very important. Eukaryotic DNA replication, prokaryotic DNA replication, cell cycle restriction point, cell cycle regulators and modifiers also very important. For cell signaling, communication between cells is important and environment is important. Now here MAP kinase, P38 kinase and JNK kinase, RAS P13 kinase, biosensors is very important. Okay, but MAP kinase, JNK and P38 kinase, RAS and P13 kinase, PI3 kinase, they are very important. They are a bit easy. It would take you a lot of time to understand these pathways, but once you do, it will be very easy. You will be able to recall it very easily. Okay, now this part is a bit overwhelming. Okay, the second part, because in the first part you have, for example, you have tetracycline, so you have fixed things to remember about it. But when it comes from the sixth topic, that is the dynamic cell structure, function of component of cell, the genome structure and RNA processing, it does get a bit complex. But remember, this is mainly the exaggeration of all that you have studied previously in your 11th and 12th standard. So don't be overwhelmed. Take half topic or take one topic at a time and try to understand it. For example, for one day, just take MAP kinase pathway. Take your time to understand it, even if it takes 1 day, 2 day, even if it takes a week, but try to understand it normally at your own rate. Make your own notes if you want to. Okay, and understand it that way. And then come to GNK pathway or RAS and P13 kinase after some time. Okay, for example, if you did MAP kinase in your first week, then maybe take the second week, do something else, some another subject all over, and then come to JNK or P38. All right. Okay, cell signaling is important. Cell cycle restriction points, cell cycle regulators and modifiers are very important. Cell cycle regulators are very important. Positive and negative regulators, difference and types, everything is important. What are the function, what are the stages of cell cycle that they regulate, etc. Coming to gene, so genome structure and function, again very important. So gene structure, organization and elucidation of genetic code, expression system, pro and eukaryotic system, genetic elements that control the gene expression. Nucleosomes is very important. We were asked a question on this. Write a short note on nucleosomes. We were very lucky, right? Then histones, acetylation, HDACs, DNA binding protein families. Honestly, I did not read HDACs. I still don't know what it is. Then comes transcription and transcription factors. These are very important. Basic principles of transcription in pro and eukaryotes. Transcription factors that regulate transcription in pro and eukaryotes. This is very important. Transcription factors are very important. Then comes to RNA processing. TNA, RNA and mRNA processing. These are very, very, very important. They are very easy and very small also. You know, rRNA processing itna sahi hai. Literally, and draw the diagram, you will easily score marks. So RNA processing, it is, you know, mark fetching. Seriously, protein synthesis is very easy. This is what we have studied in 11th and 12th standard, right? Translation, transcription, post translation, modifications, that also you must have studied in 11th and 12th, right? And altered gene functions, these are very important. Okay, what are the types of altered gene functions? There are mutations, deletions, amplifications, LOH, translocation, etc. So that is important. What are oncogenes and tumor suppressor genes? This was also a question that was asked to us. So that is very important. Gene sequencing, mapping and cloning of human disease genes, again important. But the thing is, in gene sequencing and mapping, now there is a very nice process, a very nice flowchart that you just have to explain. So it is easy, you know. That is the last topic, RNA processing. The entire topic is very easy. Altered gene functions are easy. Protein synthesis you have already studied in your 11th and 12th standard, right? Then comes introduction to gene therapy and targeting. You studied about Dolly, right? Dolly the sheep. So it is just that, just a little bit of exaggeration. Then comes recombinant DNA technology. This already you studied, you know, flower saver tomato, I think. Then golden rice, all that you studied. So it is nothing but recombinant DNA technology. What are the principles? What are the process? That is gene transfer technology and applications. In applications, write 2 pages. Write 2 pages for application and 1 page for first. How would you answer? So first, mainly the question is, write a short note on recombinant DNA technology. So what you will do is that first explain what it is, a short definition, then what are its principles, what are its processes such as gene transfer technology, how to do it, etc. And then write the applications, advantages and disadvantages also. So that is it about pharmacology. It is very easy. And if there is any topic that you are finding difficulty to understand, that you can mail me, message me, or put it in the comment section below for everyone, and I'll answer you. Also, as I told you, that the initial topics such as where there are only drugs, anticoagulants, drugs acting on blood and blood forming agents, that is, then renal system drugs, chemotherapy, immunopharmacology, principles of animal toxicology, till here everything is well and good. But from the dynamic cell, then the gene RNA processing, things do get a bit overwhelming. I'm sorry, but try to take them one by one, okay? And it will really help you. So I really hope that this has helped you, because honestly it took us a lot of while to understand what are the important topics that we should study, what are the topics that we can skip or we can give less time to. There is nothing exactly that you should skip, mainly maybe because, for example, in our university the question paper pattern is that there are total 7 questions, out of which we have to attempt 5. So 2 entire questions. Now each and every question will again have 3 parts, okay, like that. So there are 21 questions, out of which we have to attempt 15 questions. So there are 2 whole questions, that is there are 6 questions that we can skip. So we studied accordingly. Now whatever is the paper pattern of your university, you should study accordingly, whether you can omit anything or not. Or the main thing is that if you're not able to understand something, as I told you, you can let me know. Or there are so many amazing YouTube videos, or you can just try to maybe do a group study, or maybe try to gulp it down yourself, write your short notes in your own language, and it would really help you to understand the topics that you are not able to easily. So that is it about pharmacology. About other subjects, I will make it very soon, and you will already see it on my channel. And for the important textbooks for third year, I've already uploaded my videos on that. So that is it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have reached till here, and also share my videos as much as you can with your friends. As I told you, we really need some more watch hours for the same. Goodbye and keep watching my channel.